discussing as to what approach we'll be adopting while preparing you for your upcoming NET examination. And we have on board two or two, three speakers who have recently qualified NET in their very first attempt. So I welcome Arpita and Kulesh, and Aditya sir will be joining us in next 15-20 minutes. So Arpita currently is assistant professor at Oro University, Surat, and she has completed an LLM from HNLU Raipur. She cracked NET in her very first attempt in December 2019. Welcome, Arpita. And I would request you to share your insights as to how, for the upcoming law postgraduate students who will be writing this examination, and share some strategies, tips, and techniques as to how you cracked NET and how they should prepare as to crack NET in their very first attempt.
Thank you, Yuvakshi, for that generous introduction. Hi, Kulesh. I hope all of you are doing well. Yes, so whatever you actually said about me is right, but apart from that, it has took a lot of efforts and hard work to crack UGC NET, and even in fact CLAT also. Since we are on the topic of how to crack UGC NET in 2021 in your first attempt, I hope all of you do that, and I hope Lex Templum helps you in achieving that goal. So I hope everybody is aware with the basic format of the paper. So UGC NET is divided into two parts, paper 1 and paper 2. We are specifically focusing on paper 2 right now, but paper 1 contains some 10 subjects, 10 topics, which are very relevant as per your UGC NET. Why is it relevant? Because what UGC NET is trying to tell you, or what you are trying to achieve out of UGC NET, is to certify that you are qualified enough to become an assistant professor, you are qualified enough to teach undergraduate students. Right. So for that, you must have a teaching aptitude. So that is what UGC NET is testing you in your first paper. It is trying to see if you do actually possess the teaching aptitude. And what I mean by teaching aptitude is the basic understanding of how a teacher should react to the questions a teacher should prepare for the particular topics when it comes to a particular subject. So that is what your teaching aptitude will evaluate, right? Then the second thing that UGC NET is trying to achieve is it's also giving you a JRF. Since it's giving you a research fellowship, you should be able to justify that you're a good researcher. So it will test your research aptitude, and there's a paper called research aptitude in your LLM. So if you're thorough with that paper, I don't really think you need a separate preparation for the research aptitude topic. So I would request all of you to please concentrate on what your teacher is trying to teach you, even in your LLM. Half of your battle will be won there. So rest apart, basic about paper 1, I would say try and create a balance between the subjects. I can understand that some of the subjects are really boring. I have personally gone through that phase of avoiding particular subjects and then getting stuck up in those subjects when I'm in the examination also. My suggestion to you would be to not repeat my mistake, since you're asking me how you would want to clear CLAT, clear UGC NET. So I would ask you to please create a balance. There are 10 topics, so I would request all of you to go through those subjects at least once. Do not be thorough. You really do not need to be thorough with any particular subject when you want to crack a particular examination, be it UGC NET, be it UPSC, or be it anything else. You just have to know the answer. And for knowing the answer, you have to study very smartly. So for paper 1, I would suggest you to just understand that it is the paper of a qualifying nature. And once you have had that understanding of the basic particular 10 subjects, you will understand, or you will be in a position to know that these are the subjects that will actually improve your marks. So paper 1 is usually something that we ignore. We have a habit of leaning towards paper 2, but my personal suggestion to you would be to not ignore paper 1 absolutely. You can have a brief understanding of it, try and solve more questions, follow the recent trends. So for that instance, I would urge you all to go through the National Education Policy. That's the most recent change that has taken place in the secondary level as well as the higher education system. So that is one thing that is for sure coming in your examination. So be thorough with it, and going through the national education policy will hardly take your 10 or 15 minutes. You just have to briefly understand what is in there. So do not really sit on that particular education policy, but have a brief glance over it. So that is what I would want to tell you with regards to paper one. Now, when we come to paper two, there are equally 10 subjects divided there, and mostly the pattern has been that UGC has followed a very balanced way of asking questions. So if there are 10 subjects, they'll ask you proportionate questions from there. So there won't be questions like there will be 10 questions from constitutional law and only 5 questions from IPR. No. There are 10 subjects, so then you will have to prepare accordingly. So there your smart study will come into picture. You may want to avoid subjects like human rights or environmental law, because I do understand that it becomes a little boring as compared to the other subjects that you have. So that was something I personally felt while I was preparing, that I am more leaned towards studying of the law of crime or constitutional law. And I try to ignore the subjects like international law or humanitarian law, or for that matter, environmental law. But that's not going to help. All you have to do is create a balance, even in paper two. Just briefly read about the syllabus. You should always have your syllabus handy with you. Take a print out, keep it in your mobile, whatever it is, but just memorize the topics that are given in your syllabus. Stick to that syllabus. That is the most important part of actually cracking UGC net. That if you stick to the syllabus, there's really nothing that you can ignore there, or you can miss out on things. So try and focus on all the subjects equally. You may want to ignore some subjects, but my personal suggestion to you would be to not ignore some subjects. Then paper two is actually trying to test your expertise, since you are attempting UGC net paper in law. So they're trying to evaluate how good you are in law. So there your basic understanding of a particular subject would come into picture. So if I take an instance of say administrative law, all of you have read administrative law in your DLLB and some parts of it in your LLM, if you had taken constitutional law as the honors. So then nobody is going to ask you the principles of national justice. No, that's not what your examiner is trying to evaluate, okay, or trying to get out of you. Everybody knows what is audio alterum partem. They're not going to ask you the meaning of audio alterum partem, but they're going to ask you the recent cases that have been there with respect to audio alterum partem, the landmark cases that have been there in audio alterum partem. So when you're actually attempting a particular subject, you should think like an examiner first. So how will you think like an examiner? How would you know what's there in the mind of the examiner? So for that, we'll have to go back to the question paper. So I would say your previous year question paper should be the Bible. उसको आपको daily पढ़ना है, daily attempt करने हैं कुछ questions, and I think around 1 week of your time should go into critically analyzing your previous year question paper, especially the past 3 to 4 year question papers. Because if once you have evaluated what's there in the question paper, what is in the mind of the evaluator or the examiner from the past 3 to 4 years, more or less the pattern is not going to change, at least not dramatically. There will be questions that will be new. 10 to 20% of the questions will be new. Obviously, that cannot be repeated. But UGC net has been following the pattern that it repeats its questions, or at least it repeats the topics that it has been asking. So the primary thing that you should keep in your mind while you're starting your preparation, even though you do have only 2 months in your hands, but that's more than enough, more than sufficient once you have had an idea of how to smartly study for that particular paper. So first things first, get a copy of the previous year question papers and critically evaluate each and every question there. You should know why they're asking something. That is how you get into the mind of the examiner, that why is it that a particular case law has been asked to you. More or less, there will be a reason because a recent change has happened. So you also have to keep a tab on the recent laws that have been passed, recent judgments that have been given. What is the new thing that is happening in the legal world around you? So you just cannot keep a very close atmosphere around you and understand that it's not only the basic law book that will have to read, but will also be the legal happenings around you. So you should have to be very aware of your legal surroundings that way. So my primary suggestion to you would be to analyze the question paper first. Only then you proceed to reading a particular subject or preparing a particular subject. Then how will you actually prepare a particular subject? Yeah. So how you'll actually prepare a particular subject? I would I would request you all to revisit your college days. Now, what I mean by revisiting your college days is that all of you must have prepared some notes. Maybe not very thorough notes, very comprehensive notes, but something you must have prepared. There is something everybody writes down or jots down while they're doing their LLB, right? So get back your notes if it's lying somewhere, collect it and start reading. Because आपके notes सबसे ज़्यादा आपकी help करती है. Okay, so please don't borrow the notes of your friends because they have their own understanding of a particular subject. When you read your older notes, you immediately recognize what you were thinking. And that is the most important thing. That is the most important type of revision. Then, if you do not really have the notes, what will you do? You will have to follow one particular basic book in each subject. Don't go with very elaborate, comprehensive books like MP Jain or V.M. Shukla. Don't go for that. For constitution, especially, I would request you all to read J.N. Pandey. ठीक बहुत छोटी सी बुक है, बहुत जल्दी खत्म हो जाती है, and it more or less covers everything that you want to know about the subject. So do not stick to a very bulky book, but follow one basic book जो आपने अभी तक के पढ़ी थी. कोई नई बुक मत उठा लेना. अभी आप इंटरनेशनल लॉ में मैल्कम शॉ उठा लेंगे तो वो अगर आपने अपने बेसिक BLLB में नहीं पढ़ा है तो अब वो आपके लिए पहाड़ हो जाएगा. So don't create hurdles in your way that way. So my suggestion to you is follow one basic book. Apart from that, I am pretty sure Lex Templum will be providing you with the study materials. To follow those study materials because I'm sure it is very elaborately prepared and it is very comprehensively prepared for your preparation, and I'm sure it is going to help you a lot. So do that. Then apart from that, more or less you will have to keep an eye open when you are attempting paper 2. So understand a particular subject, understand the mind of the examiner. If there is a recent Supreme Court judgment on a particular subject, or if there is a recent law that has been passed. So what you actually have to do, you have to read the basic history of that particular judgment or the law. That is what I used to do. That say you're reading IPC, कि आपने एक नया सब्जेक्ट स्टार्ट किया, maybe there is a recent amendment in IPC. तो आपने क्या किया, आप IPC की बेसिक हिस्ट्री को पढ़ेंगे. So you will go to the British laws that were there before IPC. You will go to the international convention on which a particular law has been based. So you will definitely find one particular international convention on which a law would be based. Right, more or less you'll find one. So while you're doing that, you will know the international convention that will cover most of your parts of the international law. So that is one way of making this particular preparation very interdisciplinary. That don't stick to one particular subject and do not really sit on a particular subject. And I would request you to not sit on a subject in a way that don't spend too much time, since you only have 2 months in your hand. So just give a brief introduction of the subject, get a brief reading of it, and start solving questions. That is the most you can do. So if I had to sum up what I told you in these 10 minutes, I would say analyze your question paper well. Previous year question papers are your Bible, and you'll have to stick to those things. That will give you an idea of what the examiner has been trying to ask you in the previous years and follow one particular book. And for your sections and cases, you should keep a list of the important cases handy, and you should have a habit of reading the index of the BEAR Act. That is all that you need to you need for cracking the UGC net in your first attempt. So I think that is all from my side. That is all I could share with you, and I'm sure my fellow speakers have much more to tell you about cracking UGC net in the first attempt. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Arpita. I hope your insights will help our students a lot and they will be able to crack this. Okay, so now on board we have Kulesh. He is advocate. He's currently practicing as an advocate in Chhattisgarh High Court, and he has also qualified NET recently. The 2021 examination, 2020 paper he has qualified. And Kulesh, you are there.
Yeah, I'm here.
So I welcome you, and I please kindly share your insights with our students.
Thank you so much, Yuakshi, for inviting me here as a speaker. I'm grateful, and I would like my fellow speaker Arpita has covered almost everything which I was about to speak, but there are few more things. There are few more things which are coming in my mind, which is other than what plan we have made and how should we make our plan for study, how our strategy should be framed. That's the foremost thing which should come in our mind before starting preparation. So whenever we read anything, specifically in the law, we often get bored. We get bored very easily. So the important thing is not getting bored. And when you don't get bored, like while studying or reading, when you start understanding things. And if you don't understand what you read, it becomes so boring that you want to move on any other thing and anything that interests you. So important thing is not getting bored. And when you start understanding, actually, when we are focused, when we are focusing on our things, and then only our mind starts understanding things. And understanding the things and focusing the things are very important for any examinations you are preparing for. And when I'm saying focusing, I must say that many people in my connections were like that they were also studying for judiciary examinations. They were also studying for the NET examinations. So these things doesn't work as I have seen many people. So it is important to focus on one goal because there are two different syllabuses. For judiciary, you have to go to Delhi, and for NET examination, you have to go to Calcutta. So you don't have to go. You cannot go both the places at the same time. So focus on one thing. I would say, if you are completely focused on one aim, that creates a vacuum. And it's my personal experience that when you're focused and when you think about one thing all day in your mind, that vacuum attracts the result. And one more thing which I have seen in people and which I have avoided to crack the NET examination in my first attempt is I never procrastinated. And like there are two attempts. Like in 1 year, UGC often take two examinations. Like in every 6 months, you have one examination. So we often think that, oh, we are having like chances over chances, and we tend to waste our time for that. So आज करेंगे, कल कर लेंगे, परसों कर लेंगे. This thing you must avoid, and for that you must have a strong desire and will to crack the examinations. And also I would like to say, like, you must read the examiner's mind, as my fellow speaker Arpita has already mentioned. Like when you go through all the previous year question papers, you would understand that from which section, which part, which kind of question is being asked. Though you cannot judge like that 100%, but it gives you a brief idea, like which kind of question, which concepts are more often asked, like which concepts are more relevant and which concepts are not. So you can skip or you can plan your studies on that basis. So it's also very important reading the examiner's mind. And also I would like to say, like, you don't have to complete the syllabus 100%. Some subjects are really very boring, and I have to confess it here, like I have skipped many of them. And after like you have to decide after the reading the examiner's mind, and that comes after analyzing the question paper. One more thing I would like to mention is, like, we need to limit ourselves. Like, now we are having internet, we are having a lot of materials for studying, and sometimes what we do, we start studying from one material, and in between studying that thing, we get another thing and we start studying that thing again. So it's a bad idea. What I did was, I took 7 days specifically to collect the materials. And once I collected the materials, I relied on them. I did not refer any other material than I have collected, and that helped me a lot to stay focused and to crack the examinations, in short. And what more, like, yeah, these are the important things, and through which you can make your strategy a good strategy, and which will help you to crack the examinations. Yeah, this is all from my side today. And yeah, over to you, Akshi.
Thank you so much, so much, Kulesh. I am happy that you took out time and shared your insight with us. Okay, so now on board we have Aditya sir. He is currently working a trip fellow and academic tutor at Jindal Global School. He also qualified NET in his first attempt. So Aditya sir, you're there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you, Akshi, for the kind introduction. So sorry, you all guys, for joining late. I encountered a problem that you all might have been encountering for the last few days. The cattle in the road delayed my trip by more than 20 minutes. So sorry for the late. Okay, without much ado, I will tell you how I cracked net in my first trip. So the best way to prepare for net, that I believe, is by preparing for, when you prepare for LLM exam, you prepare for the most of the subjects of law, and then after that the only paper that you have to read is the paper one. I believe most of the things have been covered by Arpita and Khulesh, but apart from that, I would add one thing, that when you read paper one, you should read it from cover to cover. Whichever book you are referring to, I hope most of you might have been referring to the book named as KVS Malan or Taxman. So that book, uh, if you read it cover to cover, read all the 10 subjects, make all the questions, that is practice paper and also the previous year question paper, then you will get an idea that how you have to crack the exam. But apart from that, I was very lucky enough to get the guidance from my seniors, that they told me that if you haven't prepared for the exam in like 6 or 7 months, then in the 1 month, how you have to crack it? You have to make target areas, like which all subjects like teaching aptitude are easy enough. It can be covered by your general knowledge, but you have to like make or solve all the questions in one for at least once. And then you can refer to many other books and notes as provided by different people. Like, I hope Yuakshi would be providing you with much of the material. And also Lex Templum, I really want to thank you guys for hosting me. And also I've been getting calls from my juniors that Lex Templum is helping them all in cracking CLAT, LLM, and many of my juniors have been very thankful to you. So that's all from my side. If you want to ask any question, please feel free.
Thank you so much, Aditya sir. We'll be taking questions at the end. I will take another 10 minutes and then we can have the question answer round with the students. Okay, so Aditya sir, Khulesh sir, and Arpita ma'am has already added few points. I'll be summing up everything for all the students, and I will be adding some of few more tips to what sir and other speakers have told. Now, cracking net is a very easy task if you do it with the right strategy and technique. It requires only a month or 2 months time to crack net, and once you crack net, you are a net for, like, there is a very good saying कि एक बार net हो गया तो lifetime के लिए net हो गया. So it's like whenever you are after cracking your LLM entrance examination, the next goal every aspirant has it cracking net. Now you should have a very, very planned strategy as to cracking it. The syllabus is very vast. You have two papers, paper 1 and paper 2, as highlighted by sir also. Both have a balanced, you should have balanced marks in both the papers to crack net in one go. पेपर 1 के लिए बहुत स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड स्ट्रैटेजी है. हमारे पास बुक्स अवेलेबल है. हमें 10 यूनिट्स में से उन यूनिट्स पे फोकस करना चाहिए जो हमारे स्ट्रॉन्ग एरियाज हैं, और वहां पे हमें एटलीस्ट 50 में से 25 to 30 क्वेश्चंस का मार्जिन लेके चलना है जो हमें करेक्ट लाना है. इफ यू वांट टू क्रैक नेट, so paper 1 में your strategy and goal should be getting at least 25 to 30 questions correct out of 50 questions. Now you should have a very well structured study plan. You have 10 units in both the papers. What I personally did, and this is one suggestion I want to give to every aspirant writing this examination in near future, is मैंने दोनों यूनिट्स में, दोनों पेपर्स में 7 यूनिट्स अपने स्ट्रॉन्ग एरियाज को हाईलाइट करा जो मैं ऑलरेडी बहुत टाइम से पढ़ती आ रही हूँ, बिकॉज आई नो द सिलेबस इज वास्ट बट इट इज नॉट न्यू. Since you have qualified CLAT, every aspirant has done LLB, everything is there. Plus quantitative aptitude, आप बहुत सारे subjects अपने LLM में भी cover करोगे जो नेट के syllabus में होते हैं. So it's like you have to analyze those 7 or 8 units out of 10 units in which you are already strong. और उन यूनिट्स को आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है जिसमें आपको ऑलरेडी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस पहले से बना हुआ है. Identifying this step will help you to identify those units and get maximum questions correct out of those units. Now this strategy helped me in cracking both paper 1 and paper 2. Then you should have a very short note strategy for net. नेट ऐसा एग्जाम नहीं है कि आपको बहुत रटना है या आपको बड़ी बड़ी बुक्स उठा के पढ़ना है, जैसे कि अर्पिता मैम ने भी हाईलाइट करा. आप एमपी जैन उठा के पढ़ोगे तो आपके पास टाइम ही नहीं है, आपके पास सिर्फ 2 महीने हैं आप नेट को क्रैक करने के लिए. सो द बेस्ट स्ट्रैटेजी विल बी प्रिपेयरिंग शॉर्ट नोट्स, रिवाइजिंग देम ऑन द डेली बेसिस. लाइक इफ यू गो फॉर जूरिस्प्रूडेंस, रेगुलरली आपको पढ़ना चाहिए कि किस ऑथर ने क्या बोला, किस स्पीकर किस जूरिस्ट ने क्या बात कही है. नेट में जनरली ऐसे क्वेश्चन ही आते हैं. In the recent past, NET has changed their pattern. So previous question papers तो आपके लिए बाइबल हैं ही, हमें उसके थ्रू ही समझना है कि क्या पैटर्न ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. प्लस इफ आई टॉक अबाउट पेपर 2 specifically, I have studied this trend that every year in every NET examination out of 100 at least a question cap of 10 to 15 questions are repetitive. So if you start solving questions from 2000 after 2000 ending to 2020 तक का पेपर, you will be able to get at least 10 to 15 questions correct in your upcoming examination. So on a daily basis you have to practice the previous year question paper. Now time management in paper is one thing what we suggest to every student writing any competitive examination. लेकिन नेट के लिए जो स्ट्रैटेजी है ना वो ये है कि टाइम मैनेजमेंट हमें इफेक्टिव प्रिपरेशन में भी रखना है. Since you have a very limited time and a vast syllabus to cover, so to get success in one go in net examination, you should give time to every unit as per its importance. From every unit, you will have a uniform set of questions. So you identify the best units and then study those units in a very systematic manner. आपसे ये नहीं पूछा जाएगा, if I talk about IPR specifically, they'll not ask you which section has certain, they will not ask the proviso directly, but they will ask section of fair use. So you should have a very fair strategy while सिलेक्टिंग कि हमें सब्जेक्ट और उस यूनिट के टॉपिक में से क्या पढ़ना है और क्या छोड़ना है. एज अर्पिता मैम ऑल्सो हाईलाइटेड, आपसे नेचुरल जस्टिस नहीं पूछा जाएगा, but then from admin law you might have questions which are of contemporary relevance or have been highlighted in recent judgments. So net has evolved over the years. When you see papers from last 2 to 3 attempts, net ka pattern suddenly change hua hai, and that has moved. There is a shift towards questions having contemporary importance. So you should focus on questions. First, identify the units which you want to focus on. If you want to crack net, the safer area would be getting at least 60 plus questions correct out of 100. This is for paper 2. And for paper, I highlighted already, you should get at least 25 to 30 questions correct out of 50 questions. Now, very gem of a point in net is you do not have negative marking. So आप अच्छे से मार्क करो और तुक्का भी वहां लगाओ. हम थोड़ा सा भी हर यूनिट को पढ़ लेंगे तो हम तुक्का लगाने की कैपेसिटी में आ जाते हैं एज अ स्टूडेंट. और नेट में तुक्का लगाना एक्चुअली में वर्क, नॉट अ जोक, बट यस, मेरे साथ तो ये स्ट्रैटेजी वर्क करी है. लाइक इफ आई टॉक अबाउट एनवायरमेंटल लॉ, आई एम नॉट वेरी गुड इन इट, बट आई स्टडीड द एंटायर सिलेबस, आई गो थ्रू द नोट्स एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड नेट में एग्जाम it helped me a lot. I was able to cut short at least 2 options out of 4, and that gives and increases my probability of getting questions right even when I am guessing them and I do not know the answer perfectly. This strategy might not help you in a competitive exam which has negative marking, but this surely works for net. So revising everything well within time in a structured manner is the best tip and strategy which if you will adopt for net, you will be able to crack it. Solving previous year question paper as highlighted by every other speaker is very important. All of 4 will agree on this that net निकालना है तो पुराने previous year के question papers की book को तो पढ़ना ही होगा. I would suggest you to solve the entire previous year question paper at least twice before appearing in the examination. Now practicing mock is very important because the syllabus is very wide. You never know what question might come up. Like when I appeared in net, I had questions from years of different environmental rules. Now I cannot remember the year of every rule pertaining to environmental law, but then mock helped me a lot while preparing for the exam, because when we practice mock, we practice many questions. Like if I'm practicing 10 mocks, I am practicing more than 1,000 questions. So that increases my probability of getting that questions in examination. So practicing mock is more important rather than going through in depth to all the books individually of every unit. For net, जितना ज़्यादा MCQ आप solve करोगे, उतना probability बढ़ेगा आपके MCQs exam में आने का. Then you should clear your doubts from the experts of law subject. Like if you have any doubt from any topic, you should clear it then and there. You have a balance of conceptual questions, provision-based questions, logic-based questions. Net is an examination which tests you on every ground. So you have provision based questions also, but then ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत ज्यादा डेप्थ में प्रोविजंस आते हैं. ओवरऑल हर लेजिस्लेशन का एक आपको बेसिक पता होना चाहिए, and you will be able to get the provision based questions right. Conceptual questions के लिए you should have a very strong knowledge about the fundamentals of that subject. Then last but not the least is stay focused and relax, and that's the best strategy to crack net, because net is all about practicing and studying in a systematic manner. Now we are launching a course for UGC net very soon. We'll be launching it today or tomorrow. We'll be giving 10 modules for 10 units, and we'll be having 10 live sessions. Each live session is designed in a way to aim and discuss the important points of every unit for paper 2. This course is specially designed aiming to help students to crack paper 2 in one go and getting at least 70 plus questions right out of 100. So we will be having a series of 10 live sessions. The sessions will be of 2 to 2.5 hours, and in the session we'll be discussing a brief overview of entire module through systematic revised notes that will be in pointer form. Now this will help you to remember everything and remember only those things from the unit which is important for the exam and leaving everything else. So जो सबसे बड़ा टास्क होता है एज अ स्टूडेंट, क्या पढ़ना चाहिए क्या छोड़ना चाहिए, वो हम अपने मॉड्यूल में आपके लिए डिजाइन करके दे रहे हैं स्पेसिफिकली. Then MCQ practice questions, because as I told you, जितना ज्यादा MCQ solve होगा उतना नेट निकलने का probability बढ़ जाता है. Then every session will be followed by analysis of previous year questions on that particular unit. So for instance, today's session is about constitutional law. So at the end, 15 to 20 minutes will be dedicated to discussing the entire previous year questions which have been come across from that particular unit of constitutional law, and what are the probable questions which might come up in the upcoming examination pertaining to the contemporary relevance of that particular module. This is the course. This will be the structure of the live sessions in our course. Then we will be giving you a mock test for practicing practice, which will be based on the real net pattern, and we'll be having every week. We'll be planning maximum mock tests for the students before the real net examination. So you have still 1.5 month to crack the exam, and trust me, after cracking this exam, I can say this with full confidence, and Aditya sir and Kulesh sir will also agree that 1 to 2 months are enough to crack net. So it's possible, just you need the right strategy and approach. So any questions from anybody, you can put it in the chat box or unmute yourself and ask to any of the speaker in the session. Aditya sir and Kulesh sir, you want to add something?
We would be adding something in, like when we would be taking classes, that would be okay if participants are not having questions, I think.
So one of the student has asked us, like, what are the books for paper 1? So I think it's KVS Madan of Pearson. And so if you want to add another book, I think Oxford is also there.
Yeah, 2 books are enough. 2 books are enough.
KVS
So you
Madan in
want to
itself
add
is enough.
something? Any other book for the students? So there are 2 prominent books, and KVS Madan bhi kar loge to